Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Poon Sauce? Alright guys, it's that time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies, Season 2, Episode 13, I believe, and the title, In the Lab with Labworks. That's right, guys. Labworks is joining us tonight as our special guest, so of course we're going to be having some pretty good conversations here in a little bit. But before we get to that, of course, I'm going to do what we always do at the beginning of the show, and I'm going to shout out our amazing sponsors. So first one we're going to start off with, bumper time. Boop. OPMH Project. Big shout outs to them. We're glad to announce partnership with them. Of course, you can check out all of their delicious liquids like Watson, the Fountain, and the Real Deal Custard. Also, if you're interested in wholesale distribution and stuff like that, you can also check them out at OPMHproject.com. And also another huge shout out to Independent Vapor Company, aka IVC. You can also pick up some of that delicious, fountain liquid and some other OPMH project liquids over there. Unfortunately, right now, guys, the Ohmies discount code isn't working at the moment. We're going to try and figure out, what to do about that. We'll keep you guys updated on that. But of course, you can still check them out. Try some other delicious stuff. And of course, we'll be still doing the monthly giveaway as always. And with all that being said, it's time to run through them buffets and talk about what we're vaping on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Dan. Because Dan's here this week, guys. So he's going to start it off, bro. What you vaping on, bro?
Hello, everyone. I missed you all greatly. Tonight, I have a billet box. Don't be confused. It is a fake. It is a Boolin box. It's a Boolin box. In that, well, I dressed it up with a little Chiquita DHD drip tip. And then I have an old bottle of Fresh to Death from IVC. This is my favorite stuff, probably of all time. Super, super good. I also have my 3-in-1 Unicorn with Gear RTA on top with some Uncle Chris's peanut butter custard.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I have my Ride or Die Red Aluminum Dreamer with another Gear on top.
Damn, just gearing it up, bro.
Dude, I love it. I went to a concert last week, and I was like, what am I going to take with me? Well, what's the most sensible thing? A mech mod with an RTA on top, single coil banger, like battery life for days, right? So it's stayed there, and then I've been switching between these two guys. The duo by Burst. I got peach raspberry and guava dragon fruit, and both of these are fire. I love them. This is on IVC's website. This will shortly be on there because it's super good, guys. I'm loving that stuff, and I just keep switching back and forth because it's not like, oh, you're cross contaminated. Oh, it's not like I'm going dessert to fruity. You know what I mean? It's 2 fruits, and then the next thing is another 2 fruits.
Dude, I do it all the time. You don't have to explain yourself.
It's delicious. And that's me. That's what I got. I'll pass it over to Dunkel Croy. I want to hear what you got tonight.
Well, hello. Oh, I'm sleeping. What's going on, everybody? Let's see what I got here. I got so I have a little bit of vapor swag with me at all times. I got my SQ 18650 with the freaking Hadley on top, and inside of there, I got some free range vapors, Bad Mother Clucker, and then I got the big boy, the overpowered stack with the Glacier RDA by Vapors Cloud, and inside of there, I got where's the bottle? Hold on. There you are. I got some over-dripped peanut butter custard. And then I got my Brizzo with APOC 25. Gatorboard drip dip on top of there. And inside of there, I got some fried banana. And then, let's see. I got my Evo Cyclone mod with the gear. Of course, everybody's running gear, so why is not? Might as well show that I'm running one too. And then with some superb white peach.
Very nice.
And then the last setup I pulled this mod out of like the vault of just stuff I haven't used in a while. I got my Snow Wolf 218 with the Rebirth RTA on top. I think this is the Ardent drip tip, the clear one, because the Ardent clear drip tip is just amazing. And inside of there, I got some Transistors Pango.
I need some of that.
I know. I'm gonna try to stop by there this week.
It's really good.
That's all I got. Why don't we pass it off to our lovely guest, Paul from Mr. Labworks? What are you vaping on?
At the moment, I'm being very, very lazy. I've got an old Therion running a drop, and I've got one of Mullenberry's one-shots in here, Soda Berry, which is a raspberry apricot soda.
Ooh. And
yeah, it's actually really good, and I'm not a raspberry vapor at all, and I like it.
Nice.
And the other one, I've got a SQ 21700 running a Goon LP, and in this one, I have a Kiwi Strawberry Lemonade. I'm on a lemonade kick at the moment.
Very nice.
That's all I've got. That's all I've got today. But over there, I'm mixing up another one of Mullenberry's new ones, the one shot. This one is a Galaxy Cheesecake, which is based off a cheesecake with blueberry almond and a cookie base. So that one's mixing there. So halfway through the show, no doubt I'll be vaping on that one. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. What you got tonight, Clown?
Alrighty, we're gonna start with this guy right here.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Got a new Hexome. Finally found a purple for that door.
Oh, dude.
And yeah, I had to, and very excited about that. Got a Goon on top, DHD drip tip. In that, I got Brewed Awakenings. What is this one? The cider, apple cider. Then next, I got the. What was this thing called again?
Axial.
The Axial. And that DHD drip tip, Warlock's Guardian.
Nice.
And in that, repping some OPMH.
Oh, yeah, dude. Blast off for the win.
Then lastly, we're going to do the Ruby Kennedy Sparkly Maple on top. And in that, I got like this new one that I'm working on. It's like a nice fruit menthol. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's me. Take it away, Swags.
No, yeah. Hi. Hello, everyone. Let's go through this. So, yeah, I'm rocking a Pug with a Gear RTA on top. That's good. Inside of that, I was gonna say something like
That's good.
yeah. Tango Melon inside of that. Bad Larry. Next, I've got the Omega Club by Vicious Ant. The built-in all-in-one RDA Squonker, and inside of that, I have. No, that's not what I have in there. I have this in there. Nillakilla by Paradigm Distro.
Paradigm.
And last but not least, I'm rocking my Stratum 505 one of one custom
Wow. Would you look at that?
DNA 60 Squonker. And inside of that, I have Sad Boy Butter Cookie and warning. This product contains nicotine, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that bullshit. Anyways, that's me. Take it away, James.
All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I got a couple setups for tonight. First one you've seen. Well, was this the one I did? Yeah, this was the one I did in the cloud check this morning. The Asgard 25 on top of the Keen by Tenacious TX Vapes with the color changing DHD chop top on top. Inside of that, got some, Banana Land. Boule Bolu. This is my jam. Love this stuff. If you guys haven't tried it yet, if you can happen to you just grab some up somehow, or have it like magically just teleported to you, it's worth the try. It's delicious. Review also went up for the Asgard today too, if you guys want to go check that out. But got the One Gin M with the flavor RDA on top. Got a micro MTL tip from DHD and that sea glass on top, murdered out with little pop of color on top. Inside, Blaz Mango, one of my favorites right here, and it just tastes super, super delicious out of this flavor RDA. Next setup, just like Swax, I've actually got a pug set up. And, shout outs to my dude Clown Vapes for sending this over to me to let me check it out. Got the gear on top as well, but I got some Deep Cuts Dragon Shake in this bad boy. This stuff is delicious. Tastes so good out of this gear, and dude, it's just rocking. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it for me, guys. I might have like a pod system kick. Oh yeah, this thing right here. Doing some testing on this. The Desire More Pro pod system. I think that's what it is. Yeah, pod system. That's it. Oh, Caliburn, bro. Yeah, I have one of those over here somewhere. But anyways, with all that being said, should we do a couple of shout-outs? We haven't done shout-outs in a week or two. I think we should do a couple. Who wants to do some this time? You want to take it? Yeah, let's let Dunkel Croy do some shout-outs this week.
Hold on a second. You have a segment right after this.
Yeah, you'll slide right into it, bro.
Yeah.
I do enough sliding as it is.
All right, we'll do it this way. Anyone with a basket of laundry within sight, you have to do shout-outs. Oh, Corey, it's you.
Fuck. Okay, let me scroll up to the top. That's my scrolling sound, if you didn't know. First of all, Erica Vapes, always first in the chat. What is going on? Texas Cloud Town. Let's see. We got Livia posting all the links like a boss. Thank you, Livia. Got Jacoby Vapes. We got Lethal Coils. Daytime Frank. Mo D. Oh, happy fucking birthday, Mo D.
Yeah, he's in the future.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's your birthday, technically, because you're in the future.
Happy birthday, sir.
Along with our guest this week. He's in the future as well.
Let's see, who else? We got Mr. Shawnee T, Sean Typhon, the angry hippie himself. We got Rex Vapes. Who else? Vape and Miner. How you doing, sir? David Moyle. What's up, man? True Chris, the True Vapor. What's up?
Don't forget to add Swaggins on Xbox.
Did you finally get one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
You completely threw off what I was doing.
Sorry, dude.
bro.
Let's see. We got Phil Vapes. Lynn Haynes? I think that's what it says. Hello. How you doing? Vaping Irish. We got Chad Dotson. Freaking Chad Chatterson. Let's see. Overdrip Uncle Chris. What's up? And that's all I got for now.
All right.
Good job, Corey.
Good attempt. We'll give it another shot another time. Of course, we're not going to let you know.
I'm good, okay?
We're definitely going to surprise you again and see how you do next time. But anyways, we'll just run into it, Corey. It's time for What's in the News, Poon Sauce.
Okay. So, if you guys haven't noticed since Wednesday, there's been kind of a chaotic thing going on with social media lately with Facebook groups, and I think it's only is it Facebook and what's the other? I thought it was doing another social media thing. Was it
Instagram.
Oh yeah, Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
I really haven't noticed much going on with the Instagram part of it, but I've seen a lot of people making changes to Facebook. So what's actually happening now is these two platforms are making greater restrictions on their content related to alcohol and tobacco products. And so a lot of these groups that you notice you're in, if you have seen the notifications blowing up like crazy saying like they're changing the names and like it's saying plus 20, like 21 plus or adults only in there, and you're seeing all these groups change to secret. I think it is. Are they private or secret now? I think they're going to secret.
A little bit of
They're
both.
going from close to secret.
Secret.
Okay, so I think there's been a couple Facebook groups that I already gotten like cracked down on, but they're anything in there that is related to giveaways or buy sell trades, they're cracking down on hard because they don't want really any kind of that kind of stuff on their platform, which it's an independent, they're both independent companies. I mean, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so if you're thinking that they don't have the right to do that, they do, because you're using their platform and you're using their access to social media pretty much. It's so you have to abide by their rules. So we've been seeing a lot of changes going on. I know Swags, you've been going crazy this past week with these Facebook groups you've been changing up.
Well, I have a little secret to tell you. I was already crazy, so I just spent a lot more extra time focusing my crazy on that avenue. Yep.
So explain to us a little bit what you had to do to make your groups to the point where you're not going to have to worry about it, or well, there's always a chance you have to worry about it, but what steps did you take to secure and possibly, hopefully, saving the groups that you guys have created?
Yeah, so basically, I read the article that Livia linked. There's another article as well that I read from another source that I can't think of right now, Engadget or something. I don't know, some pop tech culture, whatever article. But anyways, there's specific language about how the TOS was going to change to specifically target any groups that do private user-to-user sales, allow those private user-to-user sales, and also gifting of items. So we'll say giveaways. So waffle groups would be gone, auction groups would be gone. I deal in high end, you deal a lot more with waffle groups, with group buy groups, with buy sell trade groups. So that really was alarming to a lot of us. For me, just because I have a community, the High End Vape Forum, as well as the Vape Stew crew, the Ohmies group. I mean, but we want to keep these communities together, and we worked really hard on them. So we spent time basically removing vape-related language from our group names. But you had to be very careful, because when you change your group name, you can only change it once every 28 days. So a lot of people had issues with that, where they did 18 plus, but they needed to do 18/21 plus. So basically what I did is I just took vape out of the High End Forum. I changed our banner photo. I added some language in our rules about age verification, even though we were already verifying age before that. But just trying to cover as much of the bases as we could. Obviously, there's red tape. This is a private company. This isn't the government here. They're allowing us to use their service for free, basically. So it just goes to show you what happens when there's a monopoly like Facebook or Instagram, when you have everybody on one platform. If they target one specific hobby or people group or group in general, they wouldn't target a people group. But regardless, you get what I'm saying. That you get worried, because where else are you going to go? So we spent since Wednesday when we found out about it. I spent since Wednesday since I found out about it, keep my ears and eyes open to other means of creating a community. So we opened up a Discord group for our high-end vape forum. We have one for the Vape Stew crew, not one for the Ohmies yet, but we're in the Vape Stew crew. But basically creating a Discord, inviting people, creating posts for that, pinning posts. So basically we landed on MeWe, which we like to call Wee Wee, because it's just a very unfortunate name, but it's very book circa, 2012. So before all this crap was added on, it became the monster it is. But anyways, we're over there. Nothing's really been pushed through yet, but just as a contingency, knowing where we are. It's like almost like being at the party and then you fall asleep for an hour and wake up and everybody's gone, but you don't know where to find them. Don't be that person. Just make a profile over there and join the group. Join the groups that you want to join, just so you're there in case something happens on Facebook. So that's the long story long of it. That's what I've been doing. That's what's been going on.
Awesome. Okay, so with that all being said, what kind of do you think this is going to go to other platforms? I know we've all seen YouTube go through when they pretty much demonetized everybody, and anything vape related, they're kind of been cracking down on. We've noticed that for the past like month, 2 months, of a lot of people getting their video. I don't think it's been flagged, so to say, but more of
instant demonetization. We were demonetized on the Vape Stew before we even started the Vape Stew. Like they just demonetized. Stan mentioned, all right, well, we're demonetized. That's why like we made some funny jokes during the show, because we were basically poking at Stan. But it's like immediate demonetization. But Paul, you had mentioned something about eBay that would be perfect to talk about right here, regarding like cracking down and stuff like that.
eBay currently, they're going through and they're stripping out some of the traditional shops that were doing business on there regarding vape products. CBD has now become a big thing on eBay, and the different cardos that are used in that realm. So that's currently happening. I've watched a number of people where I used to get spare parts for certain items. They're now gone. I'm glad that some of the knockoff companies, the Chinese knockoffs of both the coils and devices, they're stripping them of their powers, getting rid of them once and for all, because that's no good for any of us. But I hope they do not go after the electronic side of things. There's a lot of manufacturers of enclosures that we're going through there. Alpine Tech's one, and it's been there for a long time. I hope they don't go after them. They also sell DNA boards. And for people internationally, sometimes that's the only way that they can actually get components to build their mods. So let's just hope that stays for the time being. But I hope that they do get rid of all the shonky characters and all the dodgy bathtub liquid, because enough is enough.
Well, that's
we're copying it. We're copying it.
Yeah,
across the board.
That's a good point. That's what I was going to say is, like, people think if you're in Europe or, Canada, South America, wherever, just not the US, and you vape and you're not having regulation or anything, like you're like, oh, that sucks to be in the US. Glad I'm not there. Well, you're seeing this affect you now, because it's affecting companies and their terms of service that are based out of the US, which are most of what everybody uses. Yeah. eBay, Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You're seeing it everywhere. So is it time for the vape community to have the talented people that we have here creating our own platforms to land on, to buy, sell, trade, raffle? We could call them raffles, not waffles, do auctions on items, sell wholesale items. Like, do we need to do this on our own finally? I mean, this has been a long time coming on a lot of platforms.
It's been needed for a while, dude, honestly. I mean, I know in the UK they've been trying to do VapeTube, and it's still growing, and it still needs to be pushed a little harder. And everybody still keeps trying to rely on YouTube, but we're not wanted here, and we honestly need to just exit us, in my opinion. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Where is our Israel? Okay. Where is our Trump? Our president, who's friend to us. We need basically it was started as a joke, but we need our Israel, is what I'm saying. Like, we need our place to locate. Honestly, it's not just because I'm Jewish, but I feel like we are literally being, no matter where we land, we thrive, and then we get kicked out. We get shamed, smeared, and kicked out.
Well, we up in the apple cart wherever we go. Like most of the people in the vaping industry or in the community, we're educated. We understand what's going on, and we're willing to hunt down the facts and seriously up in the apple cart and do what we need to do. But if there was a platform put together like that, a safe haven as such, that we could all talk, advocate, and then push out calls to action across the world, that'd be a great space to be in.
Absolutely.
Is that what we think MeWe is going to be?
No.
Well, it's no. That wasn't created for us. And
No, I'm just saying, like, but what's your thoughts on this, Mimi? Because what's the everyone's going there
it's
because
a life raft is what it is. It's
Yeah.
a tent.
It is.
okay, why is it a life raft? Because they're protecting your privacy, kind of thing, and you
Well,
can do.
they're a life raft because they're a place for us to go to for now, but we can't just settle and decide, all right, this is nice, the grass is green here, we can farm our crops, we can live here for a while, pardon the analogy, because it's not still our home. I mean, right now it's free and it's open, but we're bringing massive traffic over to this site. Like, I have 500 plus members just in my main group. You have people that are almost up to 1,000 now. So you're bringing thousands of people over to this place in a matter of half of a week, less than half of a week, several days. They're gonna notice. We'll see what they do to enact. If it's truly a free platform, then we'll see what happens. But we need to have our own platform. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things of what's to say they don't do what Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram have done to us.
Well, we
Right now
don't know. We don't know yet.
Right now they're on our side, or at least they're acting like it. But tomorrow they could turn on us like that.
Yeah, I agree. But we do really need a platform for us. There was a couple of different platforms built, but the infighting and all the other chaos that was going on there, so be it. They weren't worth the time and effort after a little while. If there was a portal for all of us to advocate, to educate, to sell at wholesale, retail, whatever, like the who's who of the industry from around the world, and also share the education on all the studies that are coming out, the actual truth, not the bullshit that's coming out.
Think about a landing page. This is the thing. Like, we talk about CASA and all these public fighting organizations, but we're as much as we want to be connected and we all have the same information, it comes out, like telephone through various avenues, right? We don't have one central location that we rely on, but you have one social media site that houses a splash page for advocacy and advocacy related content. And then you have all of your other subcategories of vaping, as well as your social media. I mean, we're talking about a great idea that's also, obviously a lot of work and requires specific people to do it. People that I don't have a skill set for specifically, but we may in our industry. Like Paul said, we're educated. A lot of us have a very diverse set of skills as a whole in the community, and it'd be great to have one place. Because just one more point to make. As you transition to any other place, you realize, all right, well, you're opening up any security that you had. You're opening yourself up more to be like, all right, well, will underage people get in and just lie? People can make fake accounts. I've already found out about a scam group for a really highly sought after atomizer that's really expensive. The guy made a fake profile for the person, and then basically was posting his link everywhere. And I thought it was sketchy, so I reached out to a friend who reached out to the modder, and the guy said, I'm not planning to move over there yet. So we confirmed it was fake. But meanwhile, I had friends that I messaged about it, and they said, oh yeah, that guy already messaged me trying to get me to buy one. And it's just like, that's $700 out of your pocket. So that's what we want to avoid. We want to be able to lock down somewhere and be able to lock in tight, because this is what happens when you move. You open yourself up to hazardous material.
Threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You see it happening.
Yeah, it's just really it's just a shitty situation that Facebook has decided to do this. But of course, I kind of seen this coming. For me personally, like I kind of seen this coming at some point. With the things that are happening with YouTube and all that, I kind of seen something like this coming. I wasn't expecting it to happen right now, but and it's like we said, we still haven't got a concrete set of these new rules that they're going to put in place, because it's pretty gray area. We don't really know exactly what they're going to do, or how they're going to enforce things, or what exactly they're going to be looking for, to crack down on this. So like Swaggin said, a lot of these, groups that, have, these pretty big followings and stuff, they're just, instead of, just staying there on Facebook and then all of a sudden them cracking down and shutting them down, and then they have no place to go, they're like, well, let's find this other place to have a placeholder that where people can kind of migrate there. So if anything like this does end up happening, we still have a place where we can communicate and do whatever we got to do. But I totally 100% agree with what Swaggin's saying as well. We need a place for us as vapors, as, you know, like Paul was saying, as advocates, as, you know, people who want a whole, just a place for us to come together as a community to communicate and trade wares and do that, but have it a place of our own where no one else is in there trying to regulate it or put their own rules in. It's us as a community running this place and doing it how we want to see fit, not how the government sees fit. But like we said, it's just, that's something we kind of maybe need to throw around some more to, you know, the right people, and who knows, maybe it's something that could happen in the future. But it's just a crazy situation all around, man.
That state of affairs.
Yeah.
If, look, from someone sitting here in Australia, and I advocate on so many different platforms, trying to help the fight from wherever the hell it is. Any side of the planet, I will be there and I'll fight. For YouTube and Facebook to crack down, and Instagram for that matter, why is it that it's always the US companies trying to control the narrative when there's a much broader world? The thing that I find really scary is, here in Australia, we've got draconian laws already in the vaping community. We have to import our nicotine to add to our liquids. We're not allowed to sell any liquids here with nicotine in it at all. What they're doing, they're crippling people like myself, mixologists, working and collaborating on projects around the world. That's another thing that they're not even looking at. I know I need to feed myself. I need to put food on the table. Why are you crippling an industry that's literally saving lives? Why? Why are you fucking doing this, people? I'm sorry, but
we're all enough
is enough. Stop.
They're not getting their money, Paul. No one's smoking cigarettes. No one's getting their fucking money.
Yeah, no one's getting their MSA
money
deal,
for
you know,
treatments and big pharma and shit. And it all boils down to that every fucking time I want to throw something.
Dude, you know, Paul, you know that states actually, big tobacco actually owes bonds, you know.
I do understand the whole MSA agreement.
Yeah,
I understand the MSA agreement. It's
a conflict of interest. It's like fruit of the poisonous tree. I mean, in every way, it's red tape, and it's like sirens saying this is wrong, this doesn't make sense, this is conflict, this is insider trading, you know. But it's okay because guess what? It's built into the fiber and the foundation of how capitalism and how our country works. And we can go back into history. We can go back to Abe Lincoln, and when he tried to actually break away from, you know, from Fort Knox, from, you know, the people we owed money to, you know, from the banks, and he tried to have a country-backed greenback, basically is what it was called, and we almost did. I took a course in my undergrad that talked all about this. I mean, meanwhile, my professor was totally a crack, like he was a tinfoil hat wearing dude, but I saw the objective truth, and that's the truth of it. If you're on the right side of the narrative, you're all fine. I mean, capitalism's great. White picket fence, nice family, dog, 2 kids, Bobby and Susie. But if you're on the wrong side of the narrative, then you are, you know, the guy that the IRS knocks on your door, breaks your door down, raids you, and then basically smears you to everyone else saying you're illegitimate. Don't listen to this person. And it's a popularity contest, and it's a power struggle.
Well, here in Australia, we've got a saying amongst some of my friends: wake up, people, this isn't fucking Disneyland. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
So what do we do? Like, I'm just going to throw this out there. I've watched a documentary before on Kratom. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but the government was going to try and take that away, and there was a huge march on Washington, and they allowed Kratom to still be on the shelf. So instead of going to vape conventions and trying to get wholesale juice at shows and shit like that, or buy the new mods, why don't we all just organize and go to Washington and march on Washington as vapors and advocate there?
Well, it's a cool thing that you said that, because this previous weekend at Vapors Carnival, the Vaping Legion was there, And during the advocacy panel, they announced that they are organizing a march on Washington.
Perfect.
It's about time.
It's something that I know Matt's going to be taking a big lead on over there at the
It's
lead.
good because guess what? My town, I've said this a million times and I'll keep saying it. My town went flavor free. Flavor ban.
Yep. Yep.
All, like I got literature from like one of my neighbors in the place where I live. They came over with paperwork from one of the local vape shops that literally was saying, "We're gone, bye. Sorry, but this is what happened. Their business is out of business."
Okay, I want to give a shout out here to Son of Liberty Radio. That the guy behind that is Patrick Rife. I was on his program the other day. He works with Fig Ramsey, and they're massive advocates. If you don't know anything about vape tithing and what they do, you need to really get behind these guys. He makes very, very, very good points. PMI, okay, this is the other thing that I call the PMTA process. I actually call it the Philip Morris trade agreement. Enough is enough. Whoever wrote this bullshit, that needs to be thrown out as well. Patrick does amazing work. He goes way back. He was part of the vaping militia, if anyone remembers them. He's an advocate from way, way back. He's the same as me. We've dug our heels in, and we're willing to fight for what's right.
Quick question.
Shoot.
One thing we've been talking about the PMTAs, but we haven't talked about the money part of the PMTAs. What percentage? So basically, that money is going to the government, right? But what's the percentage breakdown? And what is that money like? Oh,
where's it going?
Supposedly, they're saying the money that we're giving to them for the PMTA is going to go towards testing the product, which we all
bullshit.
We all know is not going to. It's barely going to cost a fucking thing to test it and make sure it's safe for up to their standards. So
look,
it's just another way for
Sauce,
the government to pocket the money. And
okay, Poon Sauce, one thing. As soon as you add two concentrates together, you've created another chemical compound. You add, for argument's sake, say you've got a recipe that holds 15 concentrates. That's then created a whole barrage of testing that they need to do. I don't know how many labs in the US are going to be able to handle, for argument's sake, a company has 100 SKUs, 150 SKUs on their label. Each of those have to be tested, pulled apart, and put back together again and made safe. But all of the concentrates that are used for the majority of the time have already been tested and approved by the FDA.
Right.
You do not have enough labs in the United States for a start to actually test all these products. If you look at the modified PMTA for the ICOS system, most of that testing was done outside of the United States. It was done in Canada, it was done in Sweden, and throughout Europe. That cost them X amount of dollars, and it's a 40 gig document if you really want to download and read it all. And most of the good stuff has been redacted, and most of the good stuff has actually been redacted. But if you know, and this is on a wing and a prayer here, if a single company was to be able to get through one liquid to see what the process actually is, and we can read the data from it, and the data is actually shared amongst the community, instead of everyone wants Lamborghini money, screw your fucking Lamborghini money, put that money into helping the other companies, like your peers, your friends, your enemies, whatever the hell it might be, to get their products through the PMTA process. How the hell are they going to play this with electronics? I do not know. They go to wire. We have to have all our wire retested, our tanks. Next thing, they'll go after the actual machinery that creates the devices, or the CNCs.
They already have boxes. Look at this. Look at this box. Focus, bitch.
Yep.
This warning makes no sense.
Yeah, there's no
Where's the
nicotine in that box.
That's not a required thing, though, because if I don't understand that, because what it states, you have to have the warning. The only time that you need that warning, as I believe, is if it was something that is that the device itself.
It's just a device. It's an electronic device.
Yeah, exactly. That's how far they're trying to reach into this. They're looking now at devices and the technology behind it. But we all know or the people that are smart enough, we know that pharma wants vaping as a medical device of some description or some form.
Yeah.
They want the heat technology as a drug delivery system. Simple. I'll say it, and I'll say it anywhere I can.
Well, yeah, of
Bottom-
course they do, because then you're still gonna get your cancer, just not as quick, because it's what, like 10% safer than smoking a cigarette or some bullshit.
You're gonna find liquid with like fucking, rat poison and ammonia in it and all this shit. Like your nipples are gonna fall off. For all those people that are like, we don't need nipples. Well, they're gonna fall off when you use this pharma shit that they're gonna come out with.
Well, I had a question asked to me the other day by one of my clients that I create recipes for. They said, can we use the study that the Royal College put out as part of the PMTA process? And I said, that I do not know. I'd have to get legal advice on it. But I think it would have to be added to try and, bolster up the rest of the crap. I need my nipples. Sorry, I had to.
My new hashtag.
I just read.
Okay, what you guys need to do is go out there and do a post saying hashtag I need my nipples.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Paul, quick question for you.
Shoot.
Is your juice ready? Your liquid behind you.
No, sort of. It's getting there. It's got a nice little spout. It's got a nice little spout.
Will it beep when it's done?
Dude, we're getting
No,
all
it
kinds
doesn't.
of new hashtags. Hashtag nipples save lives.
Nipple save lives.
Vaping Irish says, I don't need nipples. I'm sick to death.
My
of people
kid
trying
wouldn't
to
be
milk
alive
me."
without his
Nipples-
mother's nipples.
nipples
all right?
boost
We need
your-
nipples, people.
Yeah, nipples boost your immune system.
Correct.
They're what prevent you from getting allergies.
Yeah, but
okay?
did you see what Vaping Irish said? He said, I don't need nipples. I'm sick to death of people trying to milk me.
Nipples save the kids. Logan is
Hey.
exactly right.
Yes. Yes.
Becky's in there, yeah. Nipple saves lives.
Hey, man.
Hey, Michelle.
Make it a
How are
thing.
you? Well, I think it's going to be. Yeah, I like nipples
So I
too.
like nipples.
Look at that. You
Like,
say
why do you
nipple
need
three
your-
times and Michelle appears? Look at that.
What are you doing that for? Oh, well, the Big Pharma is going to come out with the e-liquid that makes your nipples fall off.
You're saying I'll be more aerodynamic? Cool.
I'll say I
Don't be able
tried
to-
reading that ICOS thing that Paul let me borrow it real quick, and oh my god, trying to read through that is a nightmare.
40 gigs. Do you know
Yeah.
how many pages that is? Unless there's like a shit ton of pictures that are like movies or something.
No. They've redacted all the really cool pictures.
Can I have Morgan Freeman read it to me? I think I'd be okay then.
All the healthy lungs have been removed, redacted from the document.
Probably, but I was in there looking for the chemistry, and I found what I was looking for. There's a couple of charts that they left in there. I actually pulled the whole document down, and I've been going through it slowly, trying to find out what needs to be done or what we can do using their science and putting it back in their faces just for shits and giggles. But if you have a look at the ICOS system, it's only a modified PMTA of what the original product was. It's heat not burnt. It's bizarre what's in there. All the chemicals are still in there,
Yeah,
just
everything's in there.
at lower levels. Yeah.
Everything's in there. It's just doused in some PG. So that
Yep.
technically, from what they say, it cannot be combusted. But I have literally watched, if any of you guys have watched Empire Vape Co., Chris Bell, he did a vlog a while back when the IQOS was really coming out in the UK. And a lady literally sat there, took one of the little refill cartridges, as they call it, or refill sticks. It's literally a cigarette without the filter on it. And she literally sat there, lit it, and smoked it just like any regular cigarette.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Well, there you are. Patrick's just put it out there. Swedish Match, the PMTA for snus. 300,000 pages and cost them over 100 million over 2 decades to get through.
That's insane.
You like that one?
That is insane. Oh yeah, Chris tested it himself after that. You're right, Irish.
For one product, that's insane.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what we're saying. So that's just for that one product. And think about, like Paul was saying, how many we have,
What are you gonna
how many
fill the
liquids
bottle
are
with
out
this?
there, or atomizers are out there, or like, are they going to literally be testing all of this? There's no way. There's no way.
It'll get us out of our deficit, man. We're like over 15 trillion in debt at this point. I'm probably way over it.
That's like 2 PMTAs. We're good.
California will stay in debt.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started.
Let's turn Earth into like a giant rocket ship with the money from the PMTAs, and we can sail to like a different universe.
Let's do it, bro.
We're getting on a ship.
do it.
MARS. Mars, bitches.
Let's create.
Red wax.
Yo, I have a better idea. Let's create a space station that like is like a transformer, and it transforms into like a housewife from the 60s, and she's got a vacuum cleaner, and she can suck.
Mega Maid.
Yeah.
The Mega Maid.
Let's create a Mega Maid with the
Suck.
PMTAs.
Suck.
Take all the oxygen with
Take
us.
all of your atmosphere with us because we need it for our clouds.
Yeah. For our clouds.
What's the code for the atmosphere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's the same thing I have on my luggage.
Michelle Lynn says, Vapor Swaggins, if you think about it, Earth is already a spaceship.
You're fucking high.
Hashtag shed time.
Hashtag yes.
Oh man, yeah, like it. This whole thing is just ridiculous. But honestly, we've been dealing with this for how long now, guys?
My
This
whole
is
life.
almost the same exact situation that we went through like 3 years ago, when they first brought up this whole PMTA thing.
August 8th.
It's ridiculous. None of us agree with it. I'm sure none of you guys in chat do either. But we still can't just give up. We got to keep fighting. We got to, like Paul said, we got to advocate in any way we can for everyone we can. No matter if you're in the United States, if you're in Australia, you're in Canada, it don't matter, guys, because at the end of the day, vaping is the one thing that we all have in common, and if they take that away from us, they're taking away our choice to, choose that healthier alternative and live a healthier life and get away from those combustible cigarettes and all those chemicals and all the cancer, causing stuff that's in those damn cigarettes. It's ridiculous, but we just got to keep pushing, guys. I know it's redundant. We say it all the time, but it's true. You can't give up. We got to keep fighting the good fight. And hopefully we can get this March on Washington organized. And if it happens and I have the means to make it there, shit, I'm going to be there.
I want to do a GoFundMe so I can fly in for it.
Absolutely.
Dude, I think it'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. For sure. I know I've seen a couple people in chat saying that they'd be there. Logan Exhale said he'd be there. Texas Cloudtown said he'd be picking up Shane Oakley on his way to DC. So, you have Weekend Wisdom there. You have the Rising Vape.
I'm hitching a ride with Texas Cloudtown.
Yeah, there you go. We need to make this happen. We need to, just keep doing our part, guys. And, at the end of the day, that's all. It's really all we can say. We could talk about it as much as we want. But, if we're only talking about it, we need to start acting on it.
100,000 plus marching on Washington would rattle their cage somewhat.
Oh, yeah.
If it was televised and we got rid of all the dodgy media surrounding, the technology, and hand out as much real information as we possibly can, or even if I had a backpack full of flash drives, full of data, real data, handing it out to the different people, how would you say it? Handing it out to the major news organizations, getting 60 minutes to do a proper piece on the whole of the technology and how it's evolved over the years. It'd be great. Absolutely great to do something like that. The truth,
agree.
Not the bullshit. No more bullshit.
Just facts. True science. Having the actual numbers there that they can't argue with. And like you said, none of these bullshit studies that are coming out with like these exaggerated numbers, or they're only pulling one piece of that study out and releasing it and not letting you know about all the other stuff that happened, because they did this one study this one time and found this one thing, and they're like, okay, so this is what happens, and then they push it out, when in reality it's that one instance, or you know what I mean, or They found formaldehyde because they're sitting there and they're burning a coil with, you know, nothing on it, just burning the cotton. And of course it's going to do it, because all it's doing is burning the cotton and it's creating all those chemicals. Of course, if you had e-liquid on there, that's not going to be happening.
Irish, that's a classic comment. 100,000 vapors marching. You wouldn't be able to see where you're going for the clouds. A march on Washington, you'd end up in Mexico.
Oh, man. That would be pretty hilarious. The Real Truth Initiative.
I think that's hilarious. That's funny as hell.
Paul said, Logan Exhale said, Paul, if you handed out flash drives, they would think it's a jewel.
Oh, God, don't go there.
Man.
Start vaping flash drives.
Yeah, shout outs to Sidewalks.
Dude, this is a 2 terabyte flash drive right here. It lights up too when you press the button.
Anyways, guys, you know, we got about 10 minutes left of the show. Of course, Labworks, Paul, thank you for joining us, man. You know, you're always welcome to come on, hang out with us if you got anything that, you know, I know you've always got stuff to talk about, dude, but if you have anything pressing that you want to come on and use us as an avenue to kind of do that, bro, you're more than welcome. We love having you on the show. We love chatting with you. Of course, guys, if you don't follow Labworks, follow him on Instagram, follow him on YouTube. Liv has his links, so drop them in the chat. We got to stay active, guys. And, dude, he puts out all the information. Like, the guy knows his stuff, guys. He knows his shit. So thank you, Paul. We appreciate you, bro.
I'm old.
Hey, man.
I've got that Benjamin Buttons disease.
Is that what that is?
So I'm really old.
So, Paul, I don't know if we touched on it or not, but who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We kind of got in this whole just rant thing, and then we never even introduced our guest kind of thing.
No,
this is Paul. This is Labworks. Tell the people
totally fine.
Who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name's Paul. I live here in Australia. I own Labworks Vapes here. I'm a mixologist, not only for myself. I have a liquid line now of 50 liquids in the game. I'm just about to launch into New Zealand, so I can actually produce liquids there with nicotine in it and then bring it back into the marketplace here in Australia. And I've just taken a recent position with Mullenberry as the development manager for the Australia-New Zealand region, United States, for both the DIY marketplace and for the commercial mixing sector.
Very awesome.
I will be on the road over the next few months doing things, and I advocate anywhere I possibly can. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and I'm not afraid to throw anyone in the government under a bus or under a tank for that matter, and keep running over them until they squeal the truth. Enough is enough. I've done podcasts with David Gurlewitz, the former Winston man. We did a number of podcasts together. I hang out quite a lot with Patrick Rife, and we do stuff for Son of Liberty Radio on the Smoke Free network. What else do I do? And I just sit here and mix. That's pretty much all I do. I create recipes or rework recipes for people that can't find the proper balance between certain things. And I'm working on a private project with a group of owners known as the Golden Parachute to try and help people that are in the industry survive and to give them a safe haven to where they can mix their liquids still and keep food on the table. That's what I'm up to right now.
That's very awesome, man. And one thing I want to mention too, if you guys are into DIY, dude, this guy's setup he's got going on here would make you just like feel like you're dying and
on another level.
He's next level.
Yeah, everyone looks at me when I get on to a chat or something and they ask, well, why do you have all of this? Sure, it might look like I work in an auto store, but it's not. They're all just concentrates.
Nice.
And that's
all the
just one.
drawers are
That's
just
just
full.
one wall. He's got more in there.
And I weep every time I see that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's fun. I can you can send me what you could send me a photo of a cake and I'd have it made by the end of the day for you as a
Can you
liquid.
recreate this? Because word on the street is this isn't going to exist in 10 months.
What's the profile?
It's a tangerine, mango, watermelon.
Easy.
If you can recreate this for me, I will pay you whatever's in my PayPal.
Easy. Piece of cake. That wouldn't take me long at all. It's one of the profiles I work with all the time.
Yes.
And then call it Tango Swaggins.
Dude,
I'm sure I want to have like a little Vapor Swaggins dancing tango on the bottle label.
Oh my god. I was thinking with maracas, but
Yeah.
That works too.
if you could honestly, Paul, if you could recreate Tango Melon so I could have a secure means, because I was going to buy like 10, 15 more bottles of it and just leave it in a drawer and forget about it.
Would you really though?
No. I'd vape it all.
I'll send you a liter. That's not a problem.
What?
How long?
All right.
will it- That's easy. Like, I got 20 something liters of liquid down here. That's all my private stash.
Jeez. I just want to have a liter every time, like growing up in this industry, right? Over the last 5 years, every time I saw one of my favorite vape reviewers or whomever, like in a video and they pull out a liter that was sent to them from their DIYer friend, like I've always been like, I want to get a liter of like my favorite juice in the mail, you know?
Okay, I'll shout out Addy Tooney on that one. That guy knows what the fuck he is doing when it comes to liquids. He comes up with some amazing recipes. But for any of the lucky people, he also does modified K funds as a gift for what they do in the community. I take my hat off to him. I really do.
I think
And he's a really nice guy. Him and I have been chatting privately recently. So just be very careful what you might see in the near future.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'm excited about that. Much love to Addy Tooney. He's
Addy's
not
awesome.
only like just like a DIY master, K Fun master and heat treat master, but dude, like he is like the moderation master too, because he always comes into chats and just be dropping them links like hotcakes for you guys. And we can't show our appreciation enough for Addy Tooney for all he does, dude. You know how much we love you over here at the Ohmies. And, guys, we do have 2 more minutes left of the show. Anybody have some announcements they want to make before we end up cutting out here?
If no one's seen on independentvaporcompany.com, all of our juice prices has been slashed. 60 mils are $9.99, 100 mils are $11.99, and that's the way they will stand. So pretty much you buy one, get one free in the 100 mils is really the way it works after tax and everything. You do have to pay shipping now. We're working on some stuff, guys. I know there's no Ohmies code or anything like that, but hey, 200 mils of juice for $25. Yeah, are you really going to complain too much? So there's going to be some stuff ironed out in the next month or so, but just look forward. Go over to Independent Vapor Company. That's all for manufactured stuff. All the affiliate stuff is still normal prices of what they used to be. This is just stuff that we decided to drop the prices on. So yeah, that's all I really got. I guess I can say I'm excited for this weekend because my Canadian boys and Poon Sauce McNasty are coming to hang out with me for an IVC meetup again. I think this will be our 3rd one.
Which pod system is everybody going to buy this time?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's zeros again because they probably lost the first one.
Corey.
No, it's right here. Shut up.
Oh, he's got it.
You had a white one first.
Yeah, I have no idea where that one went.
I may have some Caliburns in the store. Maybe they'll pick some of those up.
Very nice.
Caliburn's a good go. Good choice.
My question is Corey, do you know what you're going to eat this weekend already?
Depends where we're going.
Oh, I have a question for Dan. Are any of your juices, the IVC juices, are any of them do they go higher than 6 milligram in freebase? Because I'm looking for all the 12 milligram.
No, sir. We do have the VPN line, which are like 35 milliliter bottles with a bunch of different flavors that go up to 12 milligram freebase.
Yeah, because I'm trying to not only promote in my own life, but for others as well, a good flavorful alternative to Nick salts. Because I know, I mean, I've dabbled in it myself. 50, 60 milligram, 35 milligram would be like this is like 25 milligram right here. And I would much rather be practicing what I preach and just, I tried actually Violent Vapor now as in his website, 12 milligram and 18 milligram in Psycho Crawler and Dragon Shake. I just picked up a couple bottles of the Dragon Shake in 12 milligram because it's fire to have your favorite e-liquid also give you that throat hit and that nicotine that you need because you're vaping on way too high a salt nick, you know?
Yeah, Becky says, don't need a pod if you have a K-Fun. See?
I have a K-Fun.
I need to get me one. I need to get a K-Fun.
I've got a few over there.
They're nice.
I'm gonna go do some Google
I've got my eye on one
after this.
Just gotta...
You all need a K-Fun. Simple as that.
Which K-Fun?
Ooh, that's a good question.
There's a couple of limited edition ones that I'd really like to get my hands on. The black and gold ones that Dimmy had. I've seen one of them. I want one of them. And also...
The Moonlight or Moonshot or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But the other one that I want is a titanium K-Fun. I know they exist, but I still haven't had one in my grubby little mitts. I need one.
It's crazy because, like, I spent the money and got my Prime, my K-Fun Prime. This would be my choice for anybody. It would be the Prime. There's just so many options with it. But I got the wave tank and the drip tip for it and everything like that. It's just like...
Or the K-Fun Light with the plasma tank. Yeah, that's the other one. Hell yeah.
I would love a friggin' bell cap for that K-Fun Prime, but you can only get them for the 2019 right now.
Yeah.
Dude, bell caps, bro. Bell caps.
They don't do anything except make it look aesthetically like a suppository.
Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Of course, thank you again, Paul, for joining us. We absolutely loved having you on the show. We had a great conversation. Of course, guys, make sure you guys go follow him. Stay tuned. He'll definitely make another appearance or two on the Ohmies. Definitely love to have you on.
I might have to make a liquid just for the Ohmies.
Ooh. I like the sound of that. I like the
Tango
sound.
melon.
You heard it here first, y'all.
No, the melon's going to be made in any case. That's not the issue.
Ooh.
But you all have to come up with a profile, and we'll pick the best profile out of the crew.
Do that. We should
and then
do
we'll
that
do
on
it.
another show. We should do
should.
that on a show.
Speaking of DIYing, I ended up getting some...
Oh, Flavora. Here we go.
Getting a little chilly.
Did you know that Paradigm Paradigm is doing flavor shots as well? They sent me a bunch of these these are not flavor shots. Yeah, they're flavor shots actually. Yep.
Yeah, they are. They're one shots. Same as
I'll be finally dipping my hand into the DIY ring in the upcoming.
Oh, so you actually have the packaging for them? Is that their final?
No,
pack?
those are from Mullenberry.
These are the
okay.
Mullenberry ones.
Okay, yeah, because these came in like little plastic bags. I'm not sure if they're like completely out yet.
Actually, you know what we should do? We'll extend the show one day, and I'll come on here, and I'll do the mix live.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
We'll make it happen, bro. We'll talk. We'll talk behind the scenes, and when we come up on a date and figure out all that good stuff, you guys will have a treat coming very very soon.
I'm excited, dude.
I'm stoked too. I'm really excited. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Of course, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. As always, definitely go check out OPMH and their delicious liquids like the Fountain. Fountain Blast is one of my all-time favorites, but you can also try Coated or their Cherry Ice as well. The 3 flavors they got in that line. They also have a Watson line, which is all a tobacco-based line, and it's probably one of the better tobaccos out there from what I understand. I haven't tried it personally, but from what I hear, it's pretty damn good, so you guys might want to check that out. And you can also check out the Real Deal Custard as well. They got like an original. They have like a key...
Churro and key lime, I think.
So definitely go check them out as well, guys. And of course, Independent Vapor Company. Go with that price drop that they got. got right now, guys. Go grab up some of that. Where's it at? This stuff. Yeah, Parade Maker. Dude, grab this stuff up while you can because this stuff's delicious, and at that price, it's an absolute steal. And with all that being said, you know, we're going to end this as we always do. We'll catch you guys next Monday right here, same time, same place. Oh, yeah. Wait, dude, see, you haven't been here so long, Dan, that I forgot, bro.
I know. I put in the chat, but you're down a monitor. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to say something.
Yeah, dude. Friday was an
Swaggin's
absolute
good.
shit show. But go ahead, dude. Time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
This one came to me from Lizzie Morris. I appreciate you, Lizzie. Thank you very much. She sent me this, and it's almost a question dad joke, but I laughed. I giggled. It was very funny. If a cow doesn't produce milk, is it a milk dud or an utter failure?
Oh, shit.
That's a knee slapper to me. Thanks.
Is it a milk dud
or an utter failure?
Oh, man. Lizzie, thank you for that. Much love to Lizzie Morris, the other half of, and you know, Sean Typhon, aka the Angry Hippie, my other co-host on the Green Room. So, of course, yeah, with that dad joke being said, thank you, Dan. We're glad to have you back. Of course, I'll remember next week that we have a dad joke, and we'll definitely do that on time. None of this, you know, running around at the end of the show as we've been doing right now. But all that being said, guys, send out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives your way, and we'll catch you next time. Vape on, homies.